The Appalachian Trail will be the longest thru hike I've ever done. Plus, I hope a really meaningful and memorable part of my life, too. I have so many thoughts and feelings, and I just wanted to preserve this part of my life pre-hike. Plus, no one can give you a pep talk like yourself. So, that's why I wrote this letter to my future self on the AT. I don't know when I'll look at it again, but just when I'm pretty deep in and the going's getting rough. So, without further ado, dear future Maddie, well, I guess you have a cool new name you go by now. Hope it's not something like Doggy Bag or something embarrassing. Everything I've been doing for the past days and weeks and months has been to set you up for success. But I know you have your own set of to-dos and things on your mind too. If it's getting to be a lot, just remember. 1. Make progress forward. 2. Take videos to share the experience and look back on. That's only 2 things. Shouldn't be that hard, right? There's so much I want to know about what's ahead for me. Now, if you're an experienced ATer, it might be tempting to answer these questions, but I'd really just appreciate general advice. While I am curious, I'm also looking forward to finding this stuff out for myself. So no spoilers, okay? Now, what's the vibe when you're in a shelter with people you don't know and you need to change clothes? Is it kind of like a hostel where you just go somewhere people can't see you? Or is it like, go ahead and change, it's not weird unless you make it weird? And I could see myself being like, oh, nobody look, and therefore making it weird. Also, I mean this in the nicest way, how feral are you? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the state of mind while living in a house, and 5 being how I feel after 2 or 3 weeks of hiking, what's your mind like after a few months? Do you drink coffee black even when there's milk available? Also, remember back when we worked DoorDash, after a couple months you could let your mind wander during the workday and not be thinking about every little thing and time would pass faster? Turning off your brain in a sense? Have you found a way to do that on the trail? What I'm most worried about right now is mental fatigue, monotony, and running out of things to think about, even if I am listening to podcasts or music. Lastly, how crowded is crowded when it comes to hiking in the bubble? Are we talking 10 people in a campsite or shelter? 25? 50? If, when you see this, it'd be helpful to remember why you started, it's because pretty much every cliche ever sees the day. It's not the years in your life, it's the life in your years. I just thought this would be a really big experience and I wanted to have it under my belt. Also, this is one of the few adventures where you're on the same course as a lot of other like-minded people. It's a unique community. If other people who aren't an Olympic athlete or Bear Grylls can do it, so can I. 2 pages. It may have crossed your mind at some point to change your finish line from Mount Katahdin to Harper's Ferry, or some state line, or even the spot you're in right now. And if that's the case, I just want to remind you, that's A-okay with me. No one makes rules in your life, not even past you who decided to thru hike in the first place. And if you think about it, boundaries and routes are just concepts. Don't quit on a bad day, but at the same time, you don't have to continue on with something that's no longer serving you. I'm proud no matter what you choose. If you haven't heard it lately, what you're doing is so cool. It's unreal. Who would have thought? Younger Maddie wouldn't believe you've walked multiple states. Or if we told her about smartphones. Or Netflix. My biggest hope for you is that you're more focused on noticing the seasons change, watching sunsets, and spending time talking to fellow hikers than worrying about money, miles, and time. I'm sure they'll be a part of it too, but the amount of worry you spend doesn't have an effect on the outcome of a situation after a certain point. Love you, appreciate you, can't wait to see you, Maddie. March 2023 version. I've never seen this style of video done before, so if anyone else embarking on a big adventure wants to do it, go right ahead. Maybe tag me or give me a shout out so I can see it too. Other than that, we're just gonna see where it goes.